สวัสดีครับ หัวข้อการศึกษาของเราคือ Study on Chinese Coral Neighborhoods Griseus Habitat and Behavior in อมก๋อย and ดอยอินทนนท์ Northern Thailand กวางผาอยู่ใน IUCN Red List ซึ่ง IUCN จัดกวางผาอยู่ใน Vulnerable นะครับที่เราไปศึกษากวางผาอยู่ที่ดอยอินทนนท์และอมก๋อยนะครับแต่ละปีเขาจะพบกวางผาแตกต่างจำนวนแตกต่างกันไปนะครับโปสเตอร์นี้จะพูดถึงสถานการณ์ปัจจุบันของกวางผาการอนุรักษ์และขั้นต่อไปของการอนุรักษ์กวางผานะครับลำดับต่อไปเดี๋ยวทีมมาตอมจะมาพูดรายละเอียดการวิจัยต่อนะครับขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณน้องอะตอมมากนะคะเอาละค่ะตอนนี้ทีมของน้องอะตอมพร้อมแล้วนะคะที่จะมาบอกรายละเอียดการวิจัยในเรื่องของกวางผาขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับน้องพุทธน้องพีคและน้องอาเนสค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ So as for our research title, it's the study on Chinese coral or the Nemorhidis griseus, its habitat and behavior in northern parts of Thailand. Our team leader is Put Pantrat, and our team members consist of Atom, Nanop Yansambun, and myself, Anes Bernabe Tular. So the Chinese coral has been listed as vulnerable by the IUCN Red List in 2008, and it's mainly threatened by habitat loss. So the Chinese coral was discovered by a scientist named Henry Milne Edwards, and he categorized the coral in the phylum of, Chortada, the genus of Nemorhidis, and its scientific name is Nemorhidis griseus. So we have three main objectives, which are, first of all, to study the current situation of the coral's area and population in northern parts of Thailand that can be used as reference in the future, to analyze information from our methodologies to be used in research, and to use and adapt information found from field surveys to raise awareness for the coral. So our study areas are in the northern parts of Thailand, in Doi Intanon, which is located in the northern part of Thailand, and Omgoi in the breeding sanctuary. So we have three different types of research methodologies, which are in-depth interviews, focus group discussions, and direct observations.
All right, so for our first method is our in-depth interview, in which we went to the Omgoi Breeding Center to interview the director as well as his staff members about how they breed their gorals, as well as how they release them into the wild. And this was mainly used to gain secondary information, as well as an insight on an expert's point of view. Our second method is our focus group discussion, in which we went to Doi Intanon to interview a local tourist guide, as well as a former Gora hunter, about their opinions and ideas about seeing these gorals in the wild, as well as the Goral sightings over the past year of the former Gora hunter from 2007 to 2015. And this helped us create an even better understanding of the topic. As for the direct observation, at the breeding center, we were able to directly see the gorals that were kept in captivity, and we took photos and videos of that. And that was one of our primary information, as well as in this picture, as you can see, going to Kiumepan to directly see gorals in the wild. In the past, locals at Doi Intanon used to believe that goral blood can be made into medicine or used as an ingredient in medicine or herbs. However, thanks to the cooperation of locals, today people don't believe this anymore. And one of the main reasons why that was a problem at the time was because this was one of the main reasons why gorals were hunted, and that's because they believed that it could be made into medicine. As for the reproduction in captivity, we mainly got this information from the breeding center, and we found out that the goal of the breeding center was to try and breed gorals as naturally as possible. However, they are also trying to breed gorals artificially. And we found out that gorals are normally bred from 3 to 5 years. However, the best age is at the age of 5, and the Goral breeding season is from October to December. And after the offspring is born, it is then kept in its mother's care for another 2 years. And the good thing about breeding Gorals in captivity is that 99% of the time that the offsprings would survive, and only 1% of that is Gorals being aborted. Despite all these good things, still the breeding center believes that there are still some limitations, and they will continue to find better ways to breed Gorals more naturally. Thank you.
So this is a graph showing the amount of Goral sightings in which we got from an in-depth interview with the locals, but more specifically with the tourist guides which walked the trail of Gyumepan. So this shows the time period from 2000 to 2015. As you can see, in 2002, there weren't many tourists at that time, and so there weren't many tourist guides in which walked the trail. So the sightings of the Goral were very low until 2010. Where in 2011, as the amount of tourists increased, the amount of distance that tourist guides walked also increased, where they actually saw many more Gorals. While in 2010, there was a sighting of a black leopard, in which this shows that Gorals are vulnerable to any type of disturbance at all, not only black leopards, anything that may harm them or disturb them. This is a graph showing the amount of distance walked throughout the years of how much each tourist guide walked. As you can see, the shape correlates very well with the other graph. So this is on the 8th of June 2016, a wild Goral was spotted on the trail of Gyumepan in Doi Inthanon. But during this time, the exact time period and the exact temperature was not known, but the location of it was on the side of the valley in the grasslands, which is easily seen by tourists because it's right beside the trail. At the time, the amount of human disturbance was already on average as tourists already started to walk past, but the tourists didn't take much interest in the Gorals as they just stopped by for a few seconds, asked what we're looking at, and just kept walking. As for the Gorals' behavior, Gorals like to stay in groups of 4 to 5, while they also fight over dominance over females. But since habitat loss is known as a big threat for Gorals, because Gorals are known to not like to leave their territory, while also their territory is reducing. But Gorals are also known to avoid any type of human or any type of disturbance at all. So as the habitat keeps getting taken away, they keep getting pushed into a smaller space. As for Gorals' habitat ecology, there are 3 types of habitats in which Gorals are known to utilize very well, including the rock-based areas, the forests along deep valleys, and the grasslands. Gorals are known to utilize them very well as they use the rock-based areas to rest, as that's where they find the safest from predators, and that's where they have the advantage from hiding from predators and escaping. While they also use the forest along deep valleys to escape from predators and as for cover during the day as they hide from any type of disturbance. While they use the grasslands to find food or also to play in the morning, which is where they're most clear for tourists to see in the morning. As for our next step, what we're going to do next is we're going to develop an educational program for the locals, in which are at Omgoi and Doi Inthanon, because they are the closest to Gorals after all, and they may help us with further research and further conservation. Our recommendation for you is that we should reduce on any amount of activity at all that may disturb the Gorals, as that will give the Gorals a chance for them to recover from the amount of human disturbance in the past. Thank you.